Have you ever noticed how the strongest woman in the room is usually the quietest one? She doesn't argue. She doesn't beg. She doesn't chase attention. Yet somehow, everyone feels her presence. This is the Stoic woman, and her silent strength changes everything in a world that constantly tells women to react louder, prove harder, and compete endlessly. The Stoic woman chooses something different. She chooses control, not control over others, but control over herself. And that is real power. The philosophy of Stoicism, taught by thinkers like Epictetus and Seneca, is simple but powerful. You cannot control what happens to you, but you can control how you respond. The Stoic woman lives by this rule. When someone disrespects her, she doesn't explode. She observes. She understands. And then she decides if that person deserves her energy. Most people waste years reacting emotionally to things that don't matter. But she doesn't. She knows her peace is expensive. And not everyone can afford it. A Stoic woman understands that emotions are natural, but being ruled by them is optional. She feels deeply. She loves deeply, but she refuses to let temporary emotions destroy permanent relationships or long-term goals. When life becomes painful, heartbreak, betrayal, failure, she doesn't collapse. She reflects. She asks herself, what is this teaching me? How can this make me stronger? What is still in my control? This mindset alone separates her from the crowd. Because pain doesn't weaken her. It sharpens her. She doesn't chase validation. She doesn't need constant reassurance. She doesn't depend on social media likes or other people's approval to define her worth. Her confidence is internal. It is built from discipline, from self-respect, from daily promises she keeps to herself. And that is why she is dangerous in the best way, because when a woman masters her emotions, she becomes unstoppable. A Stoic woman also understands silence. Silence is not weakness. Silence is strategy. She doesn't reveal every plan. She doesn't respond to every insult. She doesn't explain herself to people committed to misunderstanding her. Sometimes the most powerful move is to say nothing at all. And walk away. But don't mistake her calmness for passivity. She sets boundaries. She walks away from disrespect. She chooses growth over drama. She knows that protecting her peace is more important than winning an argument. And here is the truth most people don't realize. The Stoic woman changes everything not by forcing the world to adjust, but by refusing to lose herself in it. When she enters a relationship, she brings stability. When she enters a workplace, she brings focus. When she enters a family, she brings emotional balance, because she has already done the hardest work. Mastering herself. And mastery begins with small daily habits. Waking up with discipline, controlling negative thoughts, choosing gratitude instead of complaint, choosing patience instead of anger, choosing strength instead of self-pity. Every single day. That is silent strength. And the beautiful part, any woman can become this version of herself. You don't need to be perfect. You don't need to be emotionless. You don't need to be cold. You just need awareness. Start by asking, what is truly in my control today? Your mindset, your effort, your attitude. Focus there. Let go of the rest. Because when a woman stops trying to control everything around her and starts mastering what's within her, she becomes unshakable. And when a woman becomes unshakable, she changes everything. If this message resonated with you, remember, strength doesn't have to be loud. Confidence doesn't have to be aggressive. Power doesn't have to be visible. Sometimes the strongest woman in the room is the one who speaks the least. And controls the most.